Hey guys, this is Orban Gaming. This is going to be another Infinite Magicraid video. So on today's video, I'm gonna be mostly talking about what's the best focus when you start a new account. Like what's the best way to do it, how you should do it, when you should do it, and what you need to try and focus and progress on your account. And at the same time, I will be showing my progress on my own account right now. You know, I'm continuing the fully free-to-play trend where I try to, do as much as I can just by strictly grinding, not buying anything in the game. And, one thing that I'm going to try and see if I can do is, like, if I'm going to become an official content creator, I will try to not get those resources if I can on my account. I will see if they can give them to me so I can give them away or something like that. But first things first, the most important thing in this one is, like I mentioned in the first video, if you want to start playing the game but you want to try and get the most specific, the best champion that you can get and all of that, you can check out some tier lists, and maybe you can keep rerolling, as I mentioned in the previous video, up until you get the one that you want. Basically, the way that you can reroll is you get to the point where you get the 50 wishes to do. And after you do that, if you see that you didn't get the right legendary or the right epic to start off your account, then you can just go create a new account and start over up until you hit the one that you actually want. But let me show you another thing that's really important for when you start the game, and this is where the best advice I can give you for any type of game like this type of gacha game. That is, if you start playing, let's say, I don't know, you start playing on a Wednesday, but you're busy with work the whole week, I suggest to you start playing, at least for the first 2-3 days. Start playing when you have the 2-3 days to actually grind, because that's going to be a perfect way to start off your account as good as possible, because the grind on the first few days is really important. Like I keep mentioning, you can get lots and lots of good resources that's gonna help you progress your account a little bit faster. After the first few days, you can, from what I've noticed so far, you can do, you can play this game quite casually. Like, I think you can do everything in 15 to 30 minutes a day, like the usual grind, and then maybe one day a week you can start focusing, regearing some people, doing this, doing that. But the first few days are really important, and let me show you why. So for example, as I showed in the previous video, yesterday when I started playing, there was two things that were going on. There was a wish gold, and there was a beginner what's it called, event going on. Let me see, where is it? This one should still be here. Beginner star goals. Okay, so this one, for example, if you hit the milestones of up to, 400, you can get, some good resources such as the Supreme Rune. You can get some advanced scroll. This one increases the skill for legendary above. Usually these scrolls, I think they're quite hard to achieve in general. So getting that plus the dragon egg, see, there's lots of free resources that you want to get. Apart from getting these ones, which are, let's call them milestone rewards, like you hit 400, you're guaranteed to get them. You can go into the event ranking, and if you place high over here, look at this, you can get even more dragon egg, you can get another basic scroll, or if you get placed first, you can get 2 basic scrolls. So for example, I will hopefully be trying to finish either second or first. It might be hard for me to finish first because, if the person that competes with you in the same bracket as you, if he spends and he's gonna advance more, then it is what it is. But still, even if you place in the in the top 10, even top 10, anything that you can get extra as a resource is well worth it. I'll give an example of something that was really good. For example, if we look in the settlement one, the wish goals finished and the hero training finished. There were 2 events that were going on while I was playing yesterday. Well, look at this one. I finished the wish goals, even though they had some crazy numbers. I got my 3rd place. I'm getting myself a 4-star dragon egg, a basic scroll, and a mithril ore. The mithril ore you can only get from battle order, which is that's one opens after 7 days, and from events. So getting something like this is really important. So that's my 3rd place, free to play. I'm really happy from the wish goals. And then the hero training goals, which for the hero training is you can get points for using XP to upgrade, XP potions to upgrade your heroes, awaken them, exclusive level them, or upgrade their skills, with the scrolls that I mentioned. Guess what? This one again, it was 10,000 points. I basically just went for the milestones. It was a lot of a grind, but it was worth it. Again, I got lots of really good resources, more of the mithril, more of the summons, more of the eggs, which are quite, apparently food is quite it's a shortage in this game. So the more dragon eggs you can get, the better. Then if I look at event ranking, this one I even finished for first place. You know what I mean? Got first place here. I'm getting what? 2 excellent runes to go and do some wishes. Then I got 100 diamonds, which again, diamonds are kind of like the premium thing. You try not to spend them. Like after I'm gonna learn more exactly what's the best thing to spend the diamonds on. I'm gonna make a dedicated video on that one, but we're gonna talk then. And then again, more mithril. So this is the result of me grinding for like 2 days, like pretty hard. Like I would say I grinded for like 5 hours every single, like both days. But after that, I can slowly dim it down. So that's why I'm saying do it in the first 2 days. It's extremely important. You're definitely going to not regret it. You're going to be happy that you've done that because everything else is going to be easier afterwards. Let me show you why. Because look at this. So basically, I already have my Shapotite. As I mentioned in the previous video, because he has 2 AoEs, I used him for the sake of that. He got some more increase. I still need to finish, you know, upgrading his skills. Let me see. I got another one. I just need one over here. Can I get one there? Please. Okay, still going. I might have to fully upgrade his skills. There we go. So now this AoE is on a 4-turn cooldown. This AoE is on a 4-turn cooldown. He might not be doing the craziest damage, but like I said, this was the best option I had because I didn't want to reroll. I wanted to make do with what I had. So I have him at Awaken 2. You can get them up to Awaken 5. Next level I will awaken. I need 5 more of these. So I have the 2 eggs. I need 2 more of this one. After that, I'm gonna go higher and higher up until I get into 5-star. That's the best way to start. Just like any other of these types of games, get your first one, which is gonna be, you know, the one that you're gonna be farming campaign with. First to that 5-star. After that, you know, slowly focus stuff along. Maybe get 1. 2 maximum random to level 100. This was a mistake maybe from me, but I was like, okay, I need them more because they kept dying. But basically alongside him, I pulled myself a Slevel. Honestly, this girl seems insane. She's better than the Eden that we get early on because, okay, Eden does increase attack 20% and then she does some heal and grants them a layer of heal, boosts her service speed and other stuff like that. But basically what Slevel does, she's increase attack, or to like 40% one, like the big increase attack. She also puts control immunity on herself. After I ever booked, this one's gonna go on a 3-turn cooldown, which is pretty good. Then she has this insane ultimate, which she deals 560% attack damage to single enemy. Crit is guaranteed for this attack. So basically, the way that I'm using her is I don't care about crit rate. I'm just care about her putting the increased attack and give her crit damage as much as I can because she's guaranteed to crit with this one. Then she also has a some interesting passive, and the A1 can put defense down as well. So this is the second one that I got. Then I'm using obviously Gru because, like I said, because he's all about healing, the equipment that I put on him is all about like HP and speed. HP and speed, that's all that I focused. I also got lots of other ones that I'm keeping because, like I said, I'm still learning. I'm trying not to feed epics that have an interesting, you know, quirky kits. But basically my main team is, like I said, Trapotite, Slevel, Gru for the sake of healings, then Oboro, because Oboro has something interesting. He has some bleed on this one, which usually in games like this, bleed, poison, and burns or HP burns are kind of the way to go when you're talking about killing bosses or like for the guild bosses. So I kept him because he has this one. Then he has his ultimate that again looks pretty interesting and does some really good damage, even though it's some single target hits. This is kind of like an AoE, and this one can hit on the same target. The only bad thing is, for example, against bosses, he does 85% less damage than if he would attack like random ones. So if he attacks the identical target, he does a bit less damage. A1 again is double hit, and the A2 is like a 1 hit that inflicts feebleness. Feebleness increases damage received by 20%. So if you do this again against a boss, then for 2 turns, you're gonna do more damage while this one is on. And the passive, like I said, it's the bleed. And then the last one that I got that honestly, I looked at her kit and I had to look at the tier list. But from what I've seen on tier list, she looks to be god tier. Even though her kit says it. She's an amazing healer. So basically, she heals on the A1, attacks one person, heals on the A1. She heals on the A2. She heals herself on the passive, and she heals on the ultimate, plus brings an insane kit with all the buffs. Like, for the sake of an epic, I feel like she's insane. Like, even if I wouldn't have looked at the kit, I saw that she brings 3 layers of heals, or if they are full HP, she brings you resistance to buffs, she brings you shield, and she brings you damage reduction with this consolidation. The passive healing herself. This one healing one random, one ally and another 2 random ones. Plus giving them cleanse if they have full HP. Can cleanse the damage over time ones, which are stuff like bleed, HP burn, and poisons. And then the A1 as well. One attack, one single attack, and restores 5% of the max HP. That is with the lowest HP. So this is kind of like my core right now. It's still gonna take me a little bit because my first goal, like I said, is gonna be getting him maxed to 5-star awakening. Then after that, I will see what do I need more. I might need more of like more healing, or I might need to give myself another damage dealer in order to progress with the dungeons, with the campaign, with all of that. I kept some other ones, but I feel like honestly this Christian guy, I feel like he's straight up gonna be food. I'm keeping Sylvester, I'm keeping Hardek. Like there's some people in here, you know, that seem to me they had an interesting kit. So basically, if you're gonna play the same way as me, just read through their kit, and if you see that okay, that looks interesting, just keep it. If not, maybe use them as food. But if you want to, you know, play as perfect as possible, I'm gonna try to give, you know, the best advice from, like, you know, what I test and what I see on tier lists myself. But normally it's kind of suggested to keep most of the epics, unless, like, you know, maybe you go through some 1-2 tier lists and see, okay, this person that I pulled is definitely trash, I'm gonna use them as food, because like I said, food shortage is an actual problem. However, when it comes to tier lists, please make sure you check at least 2. It's always, you know, sometimes tier lists can be influenced by personal opinion. So I would suggest check 2 tier lists. There's plenty of people out there that do content and do tier lists. I might do a tier list myself once I play more and I get more experience, and then, you know, after that I can always reference my own tier list. But up until then, maybe keep them, and if you feel like, you know, you're impatient and you kind of want to get the next best thing, then check tier lists and decide what to focus on. When it comes to the campaign, I actually managed to advance pretty far, and I already beat hard campaign. I fully 3-starred common campaign. I beat hard campaign, but I didn't 3-star because it's harder. And now I got myself to nightmare. I'm gonna start trying to progress more in here. I keep following along with the chapters. I'm currently trying to finish chapter 24. I got to, like, what, space 7. I opened some dungeons. So I have the Emblem Challenge, Tower of Mark, Brave Child, which just started today, Dragon Cliff, Space Temple, Dwarven Ruins. I have, you know, most of them open. Just need the last 2 ones, which obviously they're gonna lock after I get my Awaken 5s. But whenever I try to progress, like the gaming mission, like beat stage so and so on the dungeon, on the Dwarf Ruins, I just keep coming here. So this one I'm 13, I'm quite sure I can beat 14. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at this for the sake of this video. Like I said, this one was mostly trying to mentioning what's the best way to start and play this game from my point of view. And then I think maybe the next video I'm gonna be like, okay, focus this daily. Like, what are the things that you are supposed to do daily and make sure you're not gonna wish. But like I said, it's not gonna be in this video because this video is already, what, 12 minutes long. It's gonna be the next one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my content. Like I said, I'm going to try and post daily, or, you know, at least every other day for this game, and trying to progress as much as I can, and trying to give as much advice for this game as I can. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, because, you know, it's a baby channel. Let's grow it, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.